Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Mediazewtv. This is a heavy situation, but I knew it was coming. So Diddy has filed a $200 million lawsuit against Courtney Burgess and his attorney, Ariel Mitchell, plus NewsNation. Yeah, for real. I saw this one coming a mile away. And it's not only him that didn't have the receipts on what Diddy was really doing. So before we get into this, go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? It goes a long way to helping the channel. But yeah, Diddy has filed a $200 million lawsuit, just like I said, against Courtney Burgess. Now, y'all remember him. And he seemed like he just came right out of left field anyway, with the type of stuff that he was telling on Diddy. And Diddy kept saying that he never, ever met the man. So, yes, Diddy is about to be on his revenge tour, and he ain't even got out of jail yet. Thing about shooting at a man with power like Diddy, you better not miss. You better make sure he's buried before you open your mouth. And there's a lot of bloggers out there that are going to get sued for the stuff that they put out on Diddy with all the slander and the defamation. Now, I know 50 Cent been clowning him. 50 Cent been clowning him for years and saying certain things about the trial, but 50 Cent hasn't said anything to defame him. 50 Cent has just been clowning and trolling like he normally does. But I just go back to that NewsNation interview where it got all of them in hot water being sued for $200 million. And just check out how Courtney Burgess is sitting up here and she's trying to ask him the questions and he can't even give a simple, definitive answer on nothing. It's just like a jiu-jitsu every time she asks him a question. Well, how many minors did you see Diddy with on the tape? Was it 3? Okay, at first he had said 3. Yeah, 2 or 3. 2 or 3. 2 or 3, yeah. 2 boys. 1 girl. So he couldn't even get his facts straight. Just check this fool out.
On the flash drives, Courtney, was what looked to be a manuscript written by, it appears to be a woman who had taken Kim Porter's private journals and had written a book. Is that accurate?
We don't know.
I don't know
how. Yeah.
I don't know how, who wrote it, put it together, but it was from her when I spoke to her.
What you received on the flash drives, was it the completed book or was it notes from Kim Porter that later were made into a book?
It was completed. It's only 60,
Okay.
it's only about 54 pages. It was
Sure, and in the beginning, it says, Kim made me promise that if something happened to her, I would make sure this book became public to the world. The way Sean moved, I knew that was a promise I would have to fulfill. Kim knew I was a woman of my word, and this book was going to make it to print. So it sounds like it is a woman who wrote up the notes from Kim Porter. Does that sound accurate?
It's how you read it, yes. I haven't even read the book.
Do you know who the woman is?
No.
And to be clear, he received it in its complete form. So I think just to make sure we have some clarity here, the manuscript that Mr. Burgess received was already in its complete form. It's not that he edited it or changed anything.
Get it.
He did give it to someone else who then edited it, but that's not how he received it.
Okay, so Ariel, did your client, Courtney, receive the book from the woman who seems to have written it, saying, I'm a woman of my word, and this book is going to make it to print?
I don't know if he received it from a man or a woman. He can answer that.
I received it from a man. I tell you, somebody she was dating.
Do you know if the notes from the book really were from Kim Porter?
It was, yes, because I spoke to her probably like 6 hours before I received it.
You spoke to Kim Porter?
Yes.
So Kim Porter.
Just saying hi.
Okay.
Just saying hi.
Okay, Ariel, go ahead and give me clarity on the timeline.
No, I'm trying to get him to provide clarity of, was there a conversation with her?
No, I was talking to the person, and he said, hold up, this is Courtney, be right here. Let me say something to him. He said, I know him, put me on speaker. Then that's how we end up speaking. And
then later, brought somebody else came and brought you the manuscript.
Right.
And see what I mean? Like how he was talking, he done got himself in some hot water. He went to the grand jury saying that he had tapes that Kim Porter had gave him. Knowing that he was lying and he was fugaga. He didn't have no tapes when he met with the grand jury. And everybody was wondering why they didn't put him on the stand. They didn't put him on the stand because he was fugaga. He was sent there to put those lies out on Diddy, to keep Diddy in prison. Simple as that. Fugaga. And then then his attorney that was sitting up there with him on NewsNation is the same woman that brought the lawsuit against Chris Brown for rape. And Chris Brown proved her to be a liar because Chris Brown had the receipts. Everybody trying to capitalize. Everybody trying to capitalize. And NewsNation sitting up there doing that. I always looked at NewsNation like they were fair and balanced. I wouldn't call them a Fox News, but they are conservative. You know, they don't pick a side, but they tend to lean conservative. But they're not a propaganda network like Fox News. So I was kind of surprised at them for just putting that out there without vetting the situation. You know, so yes, he's got a clear-cut case on that for the $200 million. And once they gave him a platform to do it, oh yeah, he's gonna collect on the $200 million. I wouldn't take no less than $180 million for somebody to say that. I mean, messing with minors and you had him on tape, if you had those type of receipts, Diddy would have never got out of jail. That part. So, do Diddy deserve to be in prison for the rest of his life? No. Is Diddy freaky? Yes. Do Diddy like man lotion from another man rubbed on his body? Yes. Is Diddy a woman beater? Yes, historically. Kim Porter, to Misa, to Sarah, he like to put them hand on him. So, ain't too much you can say about that. But the man does have 6 kids. He don't deserve to be in prison for the rest of his life. They didn't want to lock Diddy away no way for the rest of his life. They took a swing to try to take his money with the RICO charges and the sex trafficking charges. But all they had to do was charge Diddy with having the cocaine mixed with ecstasy that made it look pink, the pink cocaine, what he was doing. It's what they found in his house. And then the night he went to turn himself in, before he could go back to the room, they arrested him in the lobby, found cocaine in the same pink kind of cocaine in the room then. On top of having Draco guns and all that in his bedroom with the serial number scratched off. So if they really wanted to give him some significant time, he was looking at 10 to 15 years just with the guns and the cocaine alone. No, it was meant to tear down his reputation. They know that will kill him more than anything, tear down Diddy's reputation, because he likes the camera too much. He likes the camera. He has to be seen. It's like a drug to him. But all of that stuff what Diddy had started doing with the women, Okay, he's 55 years old. He ain't that much older than I am. And I'm not what I used to be in the sack. So I'm looking at it like, he just got a perverted fetish if you willing to have thousands of men run through your woman like that. And you want to sit in the corner and watch. You got some kind of impotent problems or something. And then you're doing too much cocaine. On top of that, you just popping pills continuously, just drinking liquor. You're doing all these different type of things. So all of that come into play, and then his mind just reprobated. It just turned him into a sexual deviant, because I just didn't get that sense of that's who he was years ago. I come from an era when they used to call him Puffy, and they call him Puff Daddy. Then he changed his name to P. Diddy. Then just plain Diddy. Then he Love. Then he Brother Love. Shit, he got a lot of... a psychiatrist would go crazy trying to diagnose Diddy at this point. But Diddy don't deserve to be in jail for the rest of his life for being freaky. Because they didn't come after Hugh Hefner. But they had an agenda when they went after Diddy. That's what everybody got to remember. So he'll be all right. It's not like a person with those type of charges and been through that and had his reputation ruined. It's not like me or an average broke ninja. My life would just be done. Okay, you saying he went from $1 billion to $400 billion, to $400 million in the bank. Okay, still. He don't have to put his name on anything going forward. He can still invest. He can still live the same lifestyle he had. But it's just going in these circles trying to deal with the same friends what he had that are tied to brands. That's why everybody backed off. And he would have did the same thing if somebody else was in that situation. Like if Jay-Z would have got in the situation, he would have did the same thing. And Kanye West ain't really worried about no branding. You worth $400, $500 million. I mean, what does it really matter when you get to that point? But Diddy will be okay for his children's sake. He'll get to grow old with his children. But that guy Courtney Burgess, Ariel Mitchell, and that Newsmax, like I said, you shot at the king and you missed. You know, so y'all just let me know what y'all think. Just leave it down there in the comments. And go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button if you hadn't done so already. And then I'll be putting up more content on Instagram at Mediazewtv. On Twitter X at Mediazewtv. On Facebook at Mediazew1. And on Blue Sky at Mediazewtv.bsky.social. And always remember to put God first. You stay engaged and you stay informed. Peace.